This is the Waterdrop WD-A2 countertop reverse osmosis system I've been using for the last few weeks. And to be honest, it's made a bigger difference in my kitchen routine than I ever thought a water filter could. If you're looking at this product and wondering if it's worth your attention, let me give you a quick review and share my real experience, especially if you're new to reverse osmosis or countertop filtration. So about the shape and look, this thing has a super modern design with clean lines, a white and silver color scheme, and a pretty compact footprint for what it does. It measures about 16 inches long, 8 inches wide, and just about 16 inches tall. So it's not tiny, but it's just the right size to sit nicely on my countertop without taking over the whole space. If you have a smaller kitchen or limited counter, I'd recommend checking your space before buying, because at 22 pounds, it's not something you want to be moving around all the time. But honestly, it fits perfectly by my sink and under the cabinets. I used to think getting filtered water meant some ugly pitcher in my fridge or dealing with under-the-sink plumbing, but the Waterdrop WD-A2 changes that experience completely. I didn't have to connect it to my main water line, and there's no permanent installation. Just plug it in, pop in the filtration cartridge, fill up the water tank, and that's about it. The whole thing works right out of the box, which was a huge plus for me because I'm not exactly a DIY person. Setting it up was straightforward. You insert the main filtration cartridge into the top compartment and fill the water tank in the back. The tank is portable, with a handy handle so you can just lift it out and carry it to your sink. There are clear max and min lines so you never overfill. One thing I learned, a quick flush is needed before the first use. Basically, you run water through the unit a few times to get any residuals out of the filter and tubes, throw out that water, and refill the tank. This process took me about 30 minutes to an hour, but once it was done, I was good to go. Let's talk key features, since that's what matters to most people. The Waterdrop WD-A2 uses what they call a 5-stage filtration system, featuring a 0.0001 micron reverse osmosis membrane. In simple terms, this means it removes all the tiny stuff you don't want to drink. Things like chlorine, lead, arsenic, nitrates, and a bunch of other contaminants that can sneak through in regular tap water. It also includes UV sterilization, so bacteria and viruses don't stand a chance. The taste is the best proof. After using this system, my coffee tastes cleaner, and there's no weird aftertaste when I drink water straight from the filter. If you're sensitive to taste or worried about what's in your water, this makes a huge difference. The feature I never realized I'd love so much is the instant hot and cold water function. There's a color touch screen on the front where you can set the temperature anywhere from 59 degrees all the way up to 203 degrees 4. Setting it to 59 degrees 4 gives you cool water, great for drinking, while the higher temps are perfect for tea or instant coffee. In my experience, the hot water doesn't always get quite as hot as the max, which is supposed to be 203 degrees 4. But for most uses, like making tea or even pour over coffee, it does the job. The touch controls also let you set the precise amount of water you want. For example, you can quickly choose between 4, 8, 16, or 20 ounces, or just let it fill continuously. The pure water tank in the front acts like a little pitcher you can detach and carry around. This comes in handy if you want to pour water straight into a pot or fill a container that doesn't fit under the spout. It holds enough water for a couple of big mugs or a whole cooking session. The system's overall tank capacity is about 40 ounces for the pitcher and 159 ounces for the main tank, enough to get through a day or two depending on your household size. One thing that makes this system stand out, in my opinion, is the efficiency of water use. Traditional reverse osmosis systems waste a lot of water. Sometimes for every cup of clean water you get, several cups get dumped down the drain. With this device, the ratio is 3:1, meaning you get 3 cups of filtered water for every wasted cup. Considering how much bottled water I used to buy, I feel a lot better saving both money and plastic by switching to this. From my experience, the daily use is a breeze. I come into the kitchen, tap the screen to select temperature and volume, put my glass under the spout, and hit the Waterdrop icon. A few seconds later, I've got clean, tasty water, hot or cold, exactly how I want it. I also love the real-time TDS, Total Dissolved Solids readout on the screen, because I can actually see my tap water goes from something like 120 ppm down to 5 or 6 ppm after filtering. Now for the downsides, because no product is perfect. I was concerned about the size and weight, especially for my small apartment, but after a few days, I stopped noticing it. If your counter is under a cabinet, keep in mind that you'll need space above to lift out the tank for refilling. Also, while setup is pretty easy, the initial flush process does take time, and it's a little noisy. I haven't noticed the hot water getting as steamy as a kettle, so if super high temp is a deal breaker for you, that's something to know. One potential concern for anyone new to these systems is maintenance. The good thing is the filter only needs to be replaced every 12 months or every 1,100 gallons, and the unit reminds you when it's time. I haven't needed to replace mine yet, but it looks like a pretty simple process. I'd recommend this for anyone who wants cleaner water without having to deal with complicated installations or ugly pitchers. It's perfect for apartments, offices, break rooms, or even RVs, thanks to the no installation, plug-and-play design. If you're health conscious or just fed up with bottled water, this makes a real, everyday improvement. One more thing I appreciate is how easy it is to clean. The removable drip tray is magnetic, so I can just take it off, rinse it, and snap it back on. Everything feels quality, and the design is sleek enough that I even got a few compliments when friends came by. In conclusion, the Waterdrop WD-A2 brings together high-level water filtration, instant temperature control, and a super user-friendly experience, all in one countertop package. Maybe it won't replace your traditional kettle for super hot water, but for almost everything else, it's the best water upgrade I've tried so far. If you want to cut down on plastic and improve both taste and safety of your drinking water, this is a solid investment. If you found this quick review helpful, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and leave a comment below with any questions or your own experiences. Thank you for watching.